Karmelo is innocent? Oh my God, they're about to have a bad time. Verdict? Where's the verdict? I want to see it. Free Karmelo! Oh my God. Wow. That's amazing. A swift verdict reached in Karmelo Anthony murder trial. Police are all around the building and Anthony supporters are going crazy. By the way, I said before, I think we need to kill him. It's not enough he goes to jail. We kill him. We execute him. That's my opinion. It's not enough. They can watch. The fact the verdict was reached means it's guilty. Yeah, I mean, I do think you're right. So they're just crashing out over this, huh? Verdict reached. All right, boys, let's see it. Let's see it. Here we go. Free Karmelo. Wow. These delusional people think he can be rehabilitated? No, they don't. They're just defending him because they're black and he's black. That's the reason why. It's obvious. They think that somehow the police and the legal system is against them, and so they just systematically always defend a black person, even when they're totally in the wrong. That's what's happening. Everybody knows this. If they riot, I think we need to let Chud the Builder out. I think just to punish them. We do. At this point, right, because they keep starting this trouble. You want freedom? But I thought, never mind. Bro, Chud, yeah. This is real racism? It is these people. These people are so racist, they would make a KKK member blush. They are insanely racist. And I want y'all to understand, I can't listen to this garbage forever. But anyway, so these people right here, they are... Hello,
everybody. I'm Sean Rabb with Eat and Chuckle. We are in the Fox 4 Digital Studio. A verdict has been reached in the Karmelo Anthony trial. It's going to be announced in about 10 minutes. And we're watching now the tension that is growing outside of the Collin County Courthouse.
So they're holding signs and chanting. People are holding signs there and chanting. As you can see, the noise, the chants are getting louder and louder. This jury started deliberating at around 10:52 this morning.
10:52?
So they have been deliberating for 3 hours, and we know they have reached that verdict,
fast?
which will be announced at 2:05. This whole process really has moved fairly quickly. If you think about it, just last Monday, jury selection started. And by Wednesday, the jury was seated. And over the weekend, prosecutors rested their case. The defense rested its case
Let me talk about this for a minute and what's happening right now. This is the tension that has been growing in Collin County since 2025 when this took place, okay? And these kinds of face-to-face, emotion-rising, shouting matches really do
Look at those claws! Oh my God! Y'all see that?
More and more intense. Even
Jesus!
As this trial has progressed.
That reminds me of the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. That's a boss in Dark Souls 3.
High on both sides, and these kind of verbal confrontations that we're looking at here right now, Eden, just show us really what's right under the surface that has been brought out.
Just a bunch of
with this
fucking
particular
racists.
case.
It's not really that
Absolutely,
complicated, man.
and I think this is probably going to paint the picture of how things are going to be once the verdict is announced, which we are waiting for at 2:05 this afternoon, so in less than 10 minutes. But we're already seeing tensions. And this is how it's been over the last couple of days, but really now we're seeing an escalate as people are facing
because the police
each
are
other,
there.
holding signs, yelling.
If the police weren't there, it would just be
chanting,
aggression.
And things appear to be getting a little hostile.
Yeah, and
Yeah, of
certainly
course.
we hope the cooler heads will ultimately prevail here. This emotion does not help or change anything that 12 people have decided about Karmelo Anthony.
I don't know why you argue with these people. Like,
just-
it's a complete waste of time to argue with these people. They're literally just ignorant, uneducated, retarded racists. Like, you're not going to go into the crowd and, like, say something to them that's going to make them think, oh, the way I was looking at it was wrong. I didn't consider this piece of information or evidence. There's no reason to even talk to these people. It's such a huge mistake to do that.
He has maintained, and his defense team has maintained.
Just wasting your time.
Will this jury acquit him and find him not guilty and believe it was self-defense? Or will he be found guilty of manslaughter, a lesser charge?
Right, and that was the case this morning. So the jury was able to consider manslaughter as a lesser charge to first-degree murder. Obviously, manslaughter is a reckless killing. Meanwhile, murder includes the intent that this was deliberate.
It's obviously
he
murder.
Intended to do this.
It should
so
be
that is
murder.
The question here: was this intentional, or was this kind of just a quick reaction to fearing for his safety and claiming self-defense? So we're going to see which way the jury leans with this.
Should
And,
obviously be murder.
Depending on what the young man is found guilty of, that changes the range of punishment. Murder is 5 to 99 years. The manslaughter charge carries 2 to 20 years.
2 to
And
20.
So this jury will ultimately also decide his punishment fate. Once the verdict is announced, the punishment phase should start today because of the time that the verdict
2
is
years.
coming
We'll see
to
what
a
happens.
pass.
See what
So
happens.
the punishment phase should start this afternoon, and then certainly tomorrow it will continue.
Get him off the
And
streets. I say
which
get him
has
off the
moved at a
planet.
rapid pace. This trial will probably wrap by week's end.
So we have our Lori Brown, who is in the courtroom. So she had told us that, if the jury had reached a decision by 2:00, that the sentencing phase the punishment phase would play out starting today. But if the jury were to reach
Manslaughter is like
a
driving and accidentally
decision
killing somebody?
later on
Yeah.
at 4, then
They should appeal
that
it if
would,
it's
happen
manslaughter.
tomorrow. So it looks
They
like
should
things
appeal
have
it.
moved quickly, as we've said. It's hard to believe that just last Monday was really jury selection, and now the jury has come.
I mean, this
to
has been a really
decision,
fast
which
trial.
we're going to find out in 4 minutes. So hopefully this starts right on
4
time at
minutes.
2:05. But as we're watching right now,
4
live
minutes.
pictures of people protesting, of tensions escalating, of just kind of a hostile picture that we're seeing right here. It's something also
Why are they
important
so
to
aggro?
note. I mean, this
they
has
can
been
be.
a racially charged case, right? And the defense has argued this was not about race. Race is not at play here, but as we can see
It's
here,
at play
you
for all
see
the people that
who
are in this
say,
crowd.
No, race is at the center of all of this.
Well,
I don't know.
and,
I
the
honestly,
prosecution
I
said
bet
they said
Karmelo
race is
Anthony
not a
just
part
stabbed
of
him
it,
because
and
he's a retard, right? I don't think he stabbed him
judge
because
as
he's
well in
white
this
or because
case
he's black.
said it was
I
not
just
a
think he
case
stabbed him
about
because he's an
race, but
asshole.
Cannot deny that. Just
But the
facts
people
of
over
the
here
case,
that are doing
what we've
this,
seen
they
play out
they
since
are
then and
racist.
What we're happening
What is he
now
doing?
because the defendant is black.
What is
the
he
victim
doing?
Is white, and that's the bottom line. But again, this is what I alluded to when I said this has brought out what's bubbling right beneath the surface. This should be a question of whether one youth acted in self-defense or whether he committed murder, period. And if justice is blind, that's where it would rest. But of course, even as you know, all the 3 blacks who could have qualified for the jury were all stricken by the prosecution. That caused the defense to raise the Batson challenge early on. The judge disavowed their challenge.
Yeah.
And that has been a sticking point for people who support Karmelo Anthony.
If
Right,
you
there were
support
3,
that and you're
potential
mad
black
that there's
jurors
no
who,
black people on
could
the
have been
jury,
on
you
the
should ask
jury,
yourself,
and
why
I
are you
believe
mad
either
about
3 or
that?
just a few of
You're
them
giving away
are
the game.
educators, and so they felt that they could not be a part of the jury. So there was some controversy
Yeah, they were
surrounding
teachers.
that decision there. I feel as though we should probably give some background information as we await for the jury to announce its verdict. This was a 12-person jury. There were 6 alternates. That included 11 women and 7 men. No black jurors, which really was led to controversy. I mean, some people felt like because this case is racially charged that there should have been black jurors there.
Absolutely
this all happened
not.
in 2025. This was during a track meet in
Of course
Frisco
not.
at Centennial High School. Karmelo Anthony was sitting under the Memorial High School team tent. And something interesting that was brought up yesterday is one of the students who testified was asked, is this normal? And he said, when it comes to track and field, it's not rare. It's not unheard of. It is a social
It's not unheard
sport
of.
where sometimes, people from different schools are under another student's or another team's tent.
They told him to leave multiple times.
And so, but he didn't say it was common or it happened often, but it was something that took place from time to time.
So if you listen to some of the testimony of the witnesses, and again, the state, I believe, called 21 witnesses, going from memory. The defense, I believe, called a half dozen. Some of those witnesses for the state said it doesn't happen, it's rare, it doesn't happen at all. Witnesses for the defense says, hey, it does happen. So that's kind of a draw there. Who's telling the truth there, right? Does
Come
it happen?
on, bro.
Doesn't it happen?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm waiting for this.
The question
I'm
is
waiting.
what happened under that tent, and whatever happened.
Well, he
if
stabbed him. Like, that's
young
what happened.
Austin
We all know
Metcalf
that's what happened.
Put his hands on young Karmelo Anthony. Did it?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Did the defense,
O.J.
did
Simpson's
the
jury
violence,
composition is wild.
That responded
Is
to
this
that.
O.J. Simpson?
Was it above what it should have been? Was it adequate? That's the question. Was it in self-defense?
8 black,
Was it
1
a
white,
vicious
2 Hispanic,
intent
and
to
1
take his
individual.
life? That's what. The
And then
jurors
O.J.
are
Simpson got let free. And then the
Let's also
jurors
get
even
into
said
some of
that
the
it was
closing
because of Rodney
arguments.
King.
Attorney Mike Howard, this is
Wow.
for the defense, because the defense went first during
Yeah,
closing.
let's not make that mistake
okay.
Let's go to
again.
Alex Boyer.
Holy shit.
Alex, when I spoke to you
Never
during
talk
the
about him
noon
having a
show,
knife
you
at a
said
school
that you
event to
saw
begin
prayer
with?
circles.
Yeah.
It looks like things are certainly different now as we are watching what's unfolding behind you. Just describe the mood. What is going on? It seems like there's a lot of tension.
They can't comprehend justice. Well, they think
absolutely.
that.
I'm going to step out of the way so that you can actually get a better view for what we are seeing here.
I
right
mean,
now.
that's
We're
like
about
30
20 feet
people.
away from,
I mean,
the other camera
let's not
angle
blow
that
this
you
out of
guys have
proportion here,
been
okay?
seeing,
It's like 30
at this
people
point.
there.
Can you guys hear me in the studio? Can you guys hear me back at the studio? Okay, so I'm standing about 20 feet back from where that other camera angle
This is stuff that
is, where you can
radicalizes
see
people,
some of these live
unfortunately.
pictures. So we're kind of standing
Good.
behind the crowd.
People
I
should
can
see the
tell you
world
that
for what
there
it is.
are barricades that are lined
Not what they
up,
want it to be.
right at the end of this driveway that has been closed off the entire time this trial has been in session to try to minimize the amount
Look
of
at
people
Fatty
who are
there with your
driving
own
through
special
and
shirt.
accessing this area that leads into the front of the courthouse. I can tell you that just within the past few seconds, I've noticed some of the crowd disperse a little bit. I can tell you that it appears that we have a heightened police presence that has shown up within the past few seconds. Seems like they're trying to show kind of some unification here in front of those barricades. I'm counting about, looks like at least 7 or 8 uniformed officers right on the other side of
This is
that
why jury's
barricade,
white. Does Miss
separating
Gerald
this
made it
crowd
racial? They can't put
to
a brother
the
in.
entrance of the courthouse. Of course, emotions
What is
running
this?
high as we get into now just past 2:05 p.m. when we know
Potential
members
Carmelo
of the
Anthony
media will
jurors
be allowed
dismissed
back
after
inside the
saying they could
courtroom
never
to hear
send him
what,
to prison. He
that
looks just like a
verdict
child.
is. You know, I can tell you when I first got here a few minutes ago when we heard that a verdict was
One
going to
argument,
be
you can't
announced,
say he's a bad
people were
person. I know,
initially
bro, like,
scattered, out of the
revealing
way,
your
kind of
feelings
standing under trees
who are
since it
black
was so
claimed
hot
is a
out here.
product of white
When they heard
supremacy.
that there was a verdict that had been reached,
Wow.
that's when you started to see people, some of them running towards
I don't
the
know
front
if I
here
can feel
to
right
kinda get
putting a
spot
brother
as
in
close as
jail.
they can. And then they began chanting, many of them talking about justice for
Yeah.
Carmelo. I'm going to throw it back to you in the studio.
That's right.
Your coverage, by the way,
That's right.
has been simply outstanding. You and Lori Brown have done great
That's not
work
fair
at
and
the very
impartial.
beginning
I
of
know.
this. And now we're coming to this heightened emotional culmination.
They just
that leads
racist.
to the guilt or innocence
That's it.
phase
They
of this
racist.
trial. Then the punishment
We need
phase, the
AI
sentencing
jurors
phase
so bad.
will begin immediately.
Yes, we are expecting. I mean, we were expecting that at 2:05.
We have to keep in mind
and
that
it looks like the jury
every
has
time-
reached a verdict, and it's going to be announced.
AI
So
has to get.
we're going to bring you
wait.
the details as soon
wanna
as we
talk over
find
this.
out what they have reached. But I think we should probably reset. If you're just joining us right now, as to what is going on right now, the jury started
AI, yeah, why
deliberating
does
at
every AI become
10:52
racist?
this morning, and At 2:05, they have now reached a verdict. We were waiting for that verdict to be announced. 2:07 right now. These things sometimes take some time. And,
I don't know.
Things have certainly escalated outside
Nobody
of the
knows.
Collin County Courthouse. You can see law enforcement out there trying to, keep everything calm, trying to get people away, it looks like, from the steps of the courthouse, but tensions are rising. At one point, we saw two people very close to each other exchanging some words.
That's a
and we
nice
could
shirt
hear,
that guy had.
Yelling. Earlier, when we were on
I
the
feel
news
weird as a
show,
white guy
Alex
wearing
Wade
that
was
shirt, but if
outside
I
of
was
the
black,
courthouse,
I'd definitely
and he
get a
was
shirt
saying
like that.
He saw prayer circles.
That's a nice
At
shirt.
one point, I think we were hearing someone chanting in the background and
wear it, though?
speaking. And
Yeah.
so things have certainly escalated even within the last, I would say, 2 hours that he's been out there. And I'm sure once this verdict is announced, it will only get worse. But this, as you mentioned, Sean, this doesn't really help the situation here, right? The verdict is the verdict.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. And it could lead to even people having conflict with police out there.
Well, I'm
and
sure
getting
that's gonna
arrested
go really
out there
well.
because of their emotions. These moments are very tense and very
Yeah.
intense, but you have to control your emotions in this moment.
If you don't know how
So
to
you have
act,
watch
you got to
that
go to a
as
cage.
well as
You got to
watch
go to jail. You don't know how to act.
courtroom. It's going to
Start getting
coming
violent.
down. If the jurors are back in,
pulling for the
It
Spurs?
could very well be that they're being polled
I'm not paying
individually,
attention.
asking if the verdict
I'm not
is
a big
theirs
basketball guy.
and theirs alone.
I'm not a big
And
sports
then
guy. Basketball is
that'll
my
be
favorite
read
sport to
by
watch.
either
Even
the
that, I
judge
don't
or the
really watch.
foreperson, what that verdict is.
And because this trial really has moved quickly, I kind of want to get into some of the developments that
No
took
Spurs.
place
Yeah,
this
I
morning.
love
the
basketball.
jury was
I love
able
watching
to
it. I hate playing
consider
it.
manslaughter as a lesser charge to first-degree
Should be
murder.
first-degree murder.
Manslaughter is
Capital
just
punishment.
reckless killing, right? He did not arguing that Karmelo Anthony did not intend to kill someone; he just happened to kill someone. Meanwhile, murder includes the intent that this was deliberate. So the jury is
Why'd he
having
bring
to
a
decide
knife?
between manslaughter as that lesser charge or first-degree murder.
Didn't
Now,
he say,
as
"Touch
we
me,
talked
see what
about this
happens"?
Earlier, the difference really is the maximum sentence.
How's
right?
that not
So
what I
for
think it is?
manslaughter, the maximum sentence is 20 years. For for murder, first-degree murder, the maximum sentence is really life in prison. So
Yeah.
Karmelo Anthony
We
was
watched World
facing
Cup?
between
Probably
5
not.
years to 99 years in prison. During closing arguments, the state actually waived the right to open, so the defense went first. And so on Karmelo Anthony's side, his attorney, Mike Howard, argued that Anthony was invited into the tent by somebody he knew and that nobody had the right to use force to eject him in terms of,
Yeah.
I mean, some of the witnesses have said he was pushed, he was shoved. They used different words to describe
bad.
that physical altercation there. Attorney Howard also claimed that
gotta
Anthony
support USA in
did
the World
not
Cup.
have the right to,
Maybe.
did have rather the right to defend himself against somebody much bigger than him. That was something else that was brought up was the difference in size between both of these 17-year-old boys. But prosecutor Bill Worski, he argued that Anthony showed up with a mindset that
Who had a knife?
which is why
Who
he had
brings a
with
knife
him.
to attract me?
Prosecutors argued that
Who does it?
self-defense is not a defense
Wait, is that real?
in this case.
Hold up.
Because Anthony provoked Austin Metcalf
That's not
into
new, right?
pushing him when he said, "Touch me and see
what
what
happens."
happens."
Exactly,
So
yeah.
the question here is, was this self-defense or was this deliberate? Did he intend to do this? What happened here? That is what the jury is going to have to decide on. Or was this a case of manslaughter, as we just mentioned, the lesser charge that was presented this morning to the jury that they could also consider?
That's an old clip.
And, in a case like this, you talk about Bill Worski waiving his opening opportunity in closing arguments. That's a strategic move, right? Prosecutors, because the burden of proof is on the state, they get to open.
Because people are so
the defense
dishonest,
makes
it doesn't
its
matter.
close, and then they get to
Like, you
rebut
should
that
never
to
even
have the last
engage with
word.
what they're saying.
He wanted to stack all of his time.
There's no
So
reason to.
deferred, if you will.
You
a little
lose
hold
by
ours and deserve it
engaging.
and wait, so he could have this powerful, emotional.
Like,
plan
there's not, you're
closed,
not gonna,
which
you
is
can't
what
reason a
he did.
person
That's
out
what
of a position they
an
didn't
attorney
reason
is
themselves
supposed to do
into.
to try to press
I've
their
said this
claim
many times.
to the jurors, and the last voice you hear, maybe the last impression, and so we'll have to see what this jury decides.
This is
One of the
ceremonial
interesting
night,
things, and I
yeah.
think we've talked about it a little bit on our air, is that Bill Worski and Toby Shook have worked together in some of the biggest cases. They were both prosecutors In the same time, at the Dallas
You should
County
try.
District
It's not the
Attorney's
person you're
Office,
arguing
some of
against. It's for the sake of
most
those that are
historic
listening.
cases in
It's a
North
waste of
Texas,
time.
they worked on them together.
Anybody who
even as special
anybody who's even on the fence about this is lost.
County, where an assistant district attorney was assassinated.
I have no interest in that. I just have an interest in pushing my agenda and getting enough people that agree with my agenda to do what I want.
And we will see how, how the jury decides what decision they have come to. We are waiting for them to announce their verdict. This case certainly got national attention. I mean, really from the very beginning, whether you live in Texas or not. I think many people have heard about this case. We've seen national media
I forgot was in Texas.
Come over to Collin County outside of the courtroom. We've seen TikTokers, YouTubers. I mean, it has gained a lot of interest.
Why is this case in particular getting so much media attention?
At the time, there was no evidence that they knew each other prior to this incident, but it has garnered a lot of attention, and so
there's a lot of
I
reasons.
think that is also part of the reason why you're seeing so many people out there. It has raised a lot of just emotions too.
And mainstream attention. New York
because
Times,
they both had
CNN,
GoFundMes, and then the GoFundMes were really popular. A lot of people are talking about them. And I think that was what really kind of set it off, and it kind of began to spiral out of control. Because shit like this happens all the time, and nobody even talks about it.
For them, all across TV in the weeks leading up to this trial. Now, even though Judge imposed a gag order on those immediately involved, there have been those outside voices, those surrogate voices that have been speaking for both sides along the way. So with the sheriff's deputies there now, the Collin County Sheriff's deputies.
Why does the left always defend the worst people?
Somewhat.
Because it fulfills their pathological empathy.
To have their voice, but they've kind of stepped up their presence as we're now
It's about virtue signaling. It's not about doing what's right. It's about being seen as the defender of the downtrodden.
During this trial is, and this seemed to have shocked some people too, is we did not hear from Austin Metcalf's twin brother. He did not testify during this trial. We also didn't hear from Karmelo Anthony either about this, and I think that was probably strategic too in terms of not having them testify.
Well,
it's like both sides defending garbage people.
Anthony first. Let's talk about.
No, I don't think this is really one of those situations.
Hold it against me.
I don't think it's both sides.
I don't testify in my own defense, even if my defense is self-defense. If my attorneys feel like we have proven our point, we have proven our position without your testimony, because remember, anytime you take the stand, you open yourself up to cross-examination.
This chat's racist. Thanks,
Zach. A skilled attorney, no matter how innocent you may be, a skilled attorney can press his claim through you. As for Austin Metcalf,
I do what I can.
I don't know that they felt like they needed to bring that emotional wound to the surface to press their claim and prove their point to jurors. Through video, through
both sides feel can fuck off. They do that to
witnesses, I think
smooth things over.
That moment. We heard
and y'all see, there's like no. By the way, this is not even a big group of people. So I don't want y'all to think that like this is some kind of like big issue. Most people are on the same side with this.
Remember,
they are
family members, as the medical examiner told,
overwhelmingly people on the same side. Very, very small amount of these people
left the courtroom. So no need to put him through that trauma in front of the jury. I think they felt they were okay without that, and I think the defense felt the same thing. That they were okay without Karmelo Anthony taking the stand.
And for people who are watching and maybe wondering too, the prosecution called 21 witnesses.
That's a lot.
Initially, I believe 35 witnesses were expected, and the defense called a handful of witnesses.
Bro, realistic projection? I think they're going to charge them with murder.
Different legal experts that the defense really doesn't even have to call witnesses in this case. All of this falls on the prosecution side in terms of
who brings a knife to attract me.
Trying to prove that he is guilty. So that is why, if you think, oh, there's a disparity, why were there 21 witnesses on one side and a handful of witnesses on the other side?
If it's not murder, they should appeal it.
That is probably why you see a higher number on the prosecutor's side.
Well, sometimes less is better. Okay, we believe the jurors are back in the courtroom, according to the families are in the courtroom. Okay.
Here we go.
The judge is not yet on the bench. The families are now back in the courtroom. And, time is very flexible. There's something in Texas called legal time, lawyer time. And whatever it is, it's not what's on the clock on the wall.
100% premeditated murder? Absolutely.
So this is a big moment, right? And this is going to be a moment for these jurors. They've been brought into this. It's a supercharged case. Maybe they hadn't reached conclusions.
Urdu should have minded his business. The other guy was invited. Adult would still be alive.
Bordire, that they had not
Nah.
come to any conclusions about this
Nah,
case?
bro, like,
certainly they heard about it.
Just get out of
to some
there.
extent.
You're not supposed
You
to
can
be
hear
there.
about
Don't
the
stab
case
people.
and not make conclusions about it.
No.
And still be a great juror. And we play
Learn to
that
control
so,
your
but
emotions.
they've been in this crucible. They know what's happening outside. They know the pressure on this.
Act like that.
And
I think we
so
should execute
we'll
you.
soon hear the verdict in this case. We'll soon hear the verdict.
Yes, we should. As we've talked about this, I mean, this has gotten national attention, which is why so many people have come out to
So many.
protest.
I mean, come on. Let's be
on
real.
whichever side that they're on. To whether
it's premeditated,
it's to
spur of
defend
the
Austin
moment.
Metcalf or
Who brings
Karmelo
a knife?
Anthony, and so it looks like things have certainly calmed down. That was not the case when we got on about 20 minutes ago or so. So I guess that's good news there that things are starting to calm down. But we're going to see, how all of this plays out, and we'll go from there. I mean, this was a 12-person jury. 600 people were part of that initial jury selection. They narrowed it down to 12 people. And over the course of 2.5 days, the prosecution called 21 witnesses. The defense called a handful of witnesses. And so now it is this case is really in the hands of this jury. It is up to them. They have made their decision. And so we are patiently awaiting
I'm ready to
out
see
what
this.
that decision is.
Yeah,
what
in
have they
fact,
decided?
It's done now. They've made their decision. They've come to
It's
a
over.
verdict. And we'll soon hear that. And then the punishment phase, sentencing phase will begin. And Austin Metcalf.
How bad do you think the riots will be? They won't be bad anywhere.
Right now. And so this has been an emotional burden for
He was asked to
all
leave 15 times. He
involved.
refused to leave and kept
all
begging him
these
to touch
kids are
him.
Good kids.
Yeah.
They all had good grades. They all had bright futures. And in a moment, whatever happened under that tent has derailed a number of lives here.
I think
did.
it was also during the trial, people have talked about how emotional it was. I think you mentioned this too, Sean, that having to see the surveillance footage, having to see just what unfolded in the moments after.
You could bring support knife is irrelevant. Him going for the knife is what did him in. That's enough for premeditation.
17-year-old moments.
Well, I mean,
and
sure.
Yeah, this is probably, I would imagine, emotionally taxing for both sides, for both families.
Yeah, I'd be stressed
and
out.
to just consider that a lot of these friends who were part of the track team,
They're really dragging
who
this
went
out.
to school with both students, it's got to be very emotional for them.
Many
as
blacks
well
are calling for Karmelo to be locked up.
Be
I know
part
that.
of this and to witness all of this play
I think
out.
most people
so
are in general.
We will see. What the jury has decided momentarily. Again, we were expecting for that decision to be announced at 2:05. It is 2:20 right now, so they're a little bit late, right? We're a little bit 15 minutes behind schedule, but I think
Let me see. I'll pull up a few more of
happens
these.
in these kinds of cases.
Right. And so we're really not late. If we thought it would come at 2:05, it
Oh,
could
okay,
come
later
at
on.
any time now. We know it's coming. We do know it's coming. Families have returned to the courtroom. I can tell you there are sweaty palms. There are sweaty foreheads. Hearts are racing.
The verdict has
Everyone in
been
that
reached.
court- on
It'll be
either
read
side,
aloud
Everyone in
soon.
that courtroom has the same kind of anxiety.
I'm waiting for
at
this.
this moment as they wait for
Defending
words that will
himself.
echo in their hearts and minds.
He's in deadly force. That's according to
long
Karmelo's
beyond
defense.
today.
Oh,
And there was question about
he was
okay,
defending
well,
himself.
how long is this jury going to deliberate for?
Yeah.
That was a question this morning. We were wondering, right? Because
I will not debate
was
this
kind
case
of
with the
their
internet
first time
commentators.
really talking to each other about
heard I don't believe
the evidence
prosecution.
that was presented to them, right? So this is their first time, saying, well, I thought this or I thought that, or what did you make of this? And so really for them to come to a conclusion, to come to a decision within 3 hours of deliberating, I thought, okay, that's fairly soon. Maybe we'll expect it later this evening or tomorrow. But it
Yeah,
sounds
is that
like
fast?
they have come to
That's
a
crazy.
consensus.
Sure, and really, there's no formula for how juries work. Over my
Any ideas
years,
for why I
I've
never
had
released the footage of the
opportunity to interview
incident?
A number of
I don't
jurors.
know. I think they should.
Oftentimes, they'll return to the jury room and immediately take a vote to find out where they are in the room, and then they start working through evidence.
It's about racial revenge, not
questions,
justice.
or
It is.
talking out loud amongst
100%.
themselves from there to see which way they move, if they move at all. So we don't know where they started, but we do know starting deliberations at 10:52 and then getting.
It's imperative to recognize no one's ever successfully argued that an individual who did not initiate a confrontation can be held liable for premeditated first murder.
But it didn't take that much longer to get there. So we'll see if any of the jurors.
Well, he did
talk
initiate it
after
by
all of
standing
this
in
is
there.
Over as well. It is
Not
2:22
good.
now, and we are waiting for the verdict to be announced in the Karmelo Anthony murder trial in Collin County.
That's right. The jury was able to consider manslaughter as a lesser charge. Initially,
now that the case is over,
Anthony
a FOIA can be requested.
Murder charge. Shit! So now is this manslaughter?
I wonder if they'll
is this
show it
manslaughter
even then, because it's
that
like
this was just
somebody
a reckless
who's
killing that kind of in that spur of the moment, in fear maybe of his safety, he felt that he was in danger and he decided to defend himself. That is what the defense is arguing. Murder would includes the intent.
Here come Mr.
Was this intentional? Did he mean to do this? There were some people who asked the question of why did he bring a knife to a track meet? And
That's
there were
a good
some
question.
more details that were brought out about that.
Yeah, I was
knife.
wondering about that.
So let me interject this. Lori Brown is in the courtroom, and she is able to send out messages. And she is saying to us now that the attorneys are talking to the family members. And she believes that the attorneys are preparing the family members of, the victims' families, the defendants' families, not to react to whatever that verdict might be. Judges don't like emotional outbursts in the courtroom, and it's important that families try and contain themselves. That's not easy. It's not easy, but that's probably what's happening now. And she says Karmelo Anthony, she believes, has his head down. She can't see his face. He's looking down. You might imagine, again, as I mentioned, sweaty palms, heart is racing, breath is short, because lives are in the balance.
It's a heart-pounding moment, kind of in limbo, waiting to find out what the verdict is. It looks like we have someone joining us on Zoom, Russell Wilson. Russell, thank you for joining us here. We are waiting for that verdict to be announced. What do you make of the fact that, the jury has been deliberated for 3 hours.
It's over.
So they reached a decision just before 2 o'clock. Just in your experience, what do you make of them coming to this decision fairly soon?
I think, it would be consistent with there not being much disagreement among the 12 jurors. So
I would assume that he's an attorney.
It wouldn't necessarily take very long to resolve those disagreements.
Bigger crowds outside my card shop for a Pokemon
really
release.
Kind of a narrow issue, if you will.
Well, hopefully they don't release this Pokemon.
There wasn't really a doubt about who done it and how it happened or any of those types of things.
Keep this one in one of those sealed cases.
Perhaps based off of what they heard, jurors had a strong
don't let this one out
one way or another, and eventually that came to a unanimous verdict.
Russell, it's Sean. Let's go in on what the two narrow really questions are. Narrow questions.
Let me look at a few more of these here and look at everything. What's taking to Karmelo Anthony jury so long? It's already been 30 minutes. Yeah, true. And I wouldn't be shocked if the verdict is coming was this quick. Yeah, well, you were right. And it did happen fast. Wait, Karmelo Anthony seriously a public defender after his family raised $500,000. Wait, is that true? I thought this too was a team outside. Okay, all right. I was like, damn, I wonder where that money went. And practice law, Karmelo Anthony will be convicted and sentenced to life in prison, as he should. He murdered a boy because he raised to hate white people and view himself as a victim in every situation. Oh.
Even though they're not deliberating, they themselves are forming at least individual opinions regarding.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see this, bro. Like, it's going to be any minute now. And please continue to give the Anthony family, as Karmelo fights for his life, and an all-white jury. An American freed woman dedicated to uplifting black Americans. There's nothing that helps black Americans more than letting a violent knife murderer out on the streets. You know what? You want to know how to really help black people? Let's let another knife murderer out on the streets. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Brilliant. Holy shit. That's going to make everything better for them. Just terrible. I know. And again, these people are massively fucking racist. Insanely fucking racist. Oh my God. Freed woman, she's 150 years old. I don't know about that. He's not a violate knife murderer. You can't even spell violent right. Even I can spell that. Like, that's bad, bro. Like, you really want me to read your opinion? I don't want to. You're illiterate. You don't know anything. Wait, freedom? We still have slavery? Yeah, no, unfortunately, we had to get rid of it. We did. We got rid of slavery. It was a while ago. We don't do that anymore. There's some people saying to bring it back. I think that there are some instances where, you know, especially for people in jail, yeah, kind of, you know. But yeah, for now, yes. Learning center student. Okay, let's see here. Please tag Give Sendo something marks with a Christian crowdfunding platform. What is this here? A goal of being God-centered. Woman to call the child the N-word. Oh, this is some other. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that girl like. Oh, I replied to this. This is a long time ago. Damn. Where was this tweet when Karmelo Anthony hit Give Send Go hit 500K? In what universe is calling someone a word worse than stabbing someone in the chest with a knife and killing them? Both or neither should be removed. Yes, obviously. State police are here. Oh boy.
A few folks that we would.
Oh, he going in there real quick. Freedom of speech, yeah.
She's independent.
Thank God they turned that shit off. I don't want to listen to that. Today's the day of salvation. Yeah. I can't imagine a better salvation than a knife murderer being released from prison. That'd be great. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I didn't think of that. That's so smart. That's going to make everything better for you. Post on your Reddit on sex magic rituals by Epstein. Sex magic Epstein rituals. I don't know, bro. Like, if it doesn't have a picture of the Illuminati triangle and Obama with red eyes and horns, I don't think it's conspiracy enough for me to watch it. Yeah, I don't know about that. Attempted beheading. Oh, we're gonna look at the beheading after this. We are. There's been a lot of these examples. But you know, I think they voted. The last jury's being brought in. Okay.
We did get more insight in terms of why Karmelo Anthony was under the tent, that he had a friend, that it was raining, he went for cover. But the defense never explained why he brought this pocket knife. It was just a small knife, 3.5 inches, why he brought it to the track meet. Do you think that in terms of
he
on
brought
the
it to stab
side,
somebody.
Was that a missed opportunity in terms of not explaining why he had that with him? Is that something that they should have gotten into, or is this a case of less is more?
I mean, I think they ultimately decided that less was more. I think their point was it was lawful to have it, and risking a violation of school policy was indifferent. When you think of a person having a knife, the knife is displayed, and jurors have to form a belief if they think that that knife can be used for other utility purposes, or if it's there exclusively to be used as a weapon.
That's a good point he's bringing up.
In the range of knives, if you will, one of the things is that the knife was less than 5.5 inches, which suggests that under Texas law, well, not suggest, it is actually legal to carry it there, but it suggests that it also could have other potential uses.
Who brings a knife to a track meet? What do you gotta do with that? You gotta cut some rope at a track meet? I don't think so. Let's be honest. 2.5 inches fine for self-care. I mean, I got a couple of. I got a box cutter right here. I got this, and I got a knife downstairs in my bathroom. And you know, other than I got probably a few other knives, but like I don't carry a knife around. I have guns. Yeah, maybe. You got a knife? Yeah, I mean everybody probably got a knife somewhere. And yeah, self-defense. Yeah, exactly. You got a katana. I have multiple katanas. And people just gave me random shit, going utterly berserk.
County since 2025 when this took place.
Okay? Oh my god. Oh my god, getting mad over nothing, man. And we'll get them all. Man, how about that? Can't even tell what the hell they're saying. I heard Karmelo. The other stuff, I didn't hear that. But I heard Karmelo. The big bald got the same shirt as you? Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah, she do. It's close. If all this trial came away convinced Karmelo's not guilty, you're either so retarded that you should be institutionalized, or you're just happy a white guy was killed. You don't care about the facts. Either way, you have no credibility on the issue. Yeah, Matt Walsh is right on that. I think it's true. And so, the rights advocate for death telling him to leave the tent also said Rittenhouse did not have the right to use lethal force against an armed mob chasing him down the street to kill him. Yeah, and this is really basically, like, I think he's cooking, bro. Like, he's right about this. Please react to this clip. I think that's the third time you've typed that, right? This is the fourth. I missed one of them. What are the rules for spamming? What are the rules for spamming in my chat? You shouldn't have done this whenever I had nothing else to talk about.
Of murder. We are finding that out.
And I think Russell Wilson, with the brevity of this
shit!
I don't think that's a surprise to
wait a second.
Defendant guilty of
10:52 this morning.
Waiting for the jury to enter the jury box.
Wait a minute.
With the verdict.
Okay, Bo, you just ban. It doesn't matter.
So at any moment, we will hear what that verdict is. Again, if you are just joining us right now, the jury started deliberating at 10:52 this morning. They reached a decision a little before 2. And so we were waiting for that verdict to be announced at 2:05. It is 2:32 right now. Sometimes, these things take a while in terms of getting everybody into the courtroom, explaining the rules. Our Lori Brown telling us that any outburst, a person will be held in contempt. So just kind of, letting them know what the rules are, just so that, they have rules in place and they want people to follow, those rules.
It says here, Lori is telling us, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder. That is the verdict from the jurors, according to Lori Brown, who was in the courtroom.
Rip
we're
Bozo.
That first guilty of murder. We are finding that out.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
boy.
With the brevity of this deliberation,
Damn.
I don't think that's a surprise to
you
many
are
people.
Done.
Well, right. So, I mean,
for his whole life.
That
now we got to talk about capital punishment.
Claim. They believed that the use of deadly force.
Oh my God!
In response to the
today is a day.
And
today is a day. We're putting this rat in jail. Thank God.
Surprise. Based off.
Fucking
of the
good. I knew this shit was going to happen.
So I think
it was obvious.
That was their verdict.
Thank God.
Now we'll see what happens with this jury in the punishment phase.
Right. So we're probably going to see a brief break. And the parties will get a chance to gather themselves, if you will. And the judge would have to decide if he wanted to go ahead and begin the punishment phase of the case, maybe in 15, 20 minutes or so. Or if he wanted a break. Given that he's got the jurors sequestered, I think that they will get back.
I bet they're probably mad as fuck, right? They gotta be mad as fuck, dude.
Let me ask you a question. You have a client who is a teenager who's a 3.8 GPA, has no bad record, has no juvenile history, has no engagement with law enforcement, has made this decision that has left him guilty of murder. How do you work in the punishment phase? What do you try to do to live?
I mean, I think you gotta first you want to console your client and the family briefly, but you're gonna have to quickly turn to your anticipated punishment evidence. Which is going to be...
Let me tell y'all something real quick about GPAs in Austin, Texas, all right? Jeff got a 5.0 on his GPA because they let him pass the special ed version of the AP English test, and they gave him a 100. So don't let GPA mean shit to you.
And you'd say, brief words of comfort. The family usually experiences some degree, like I said, of relief. And then I'm probably talking to them about who our first witnesses are.
Damn.
Maybe I'm wanting to go get...
it's done.
Maybe I'm bringing a mom and I want baby photos. I want the graduation that
this is beautiful.
That was missed. I want the life
it's truly beautiful.
expand it and explain and for people to understand just what the loss was.
Where are they going under the tree? Is it hot?
Now, huh?
Yeah,
Maybe the twin brother.
I'm lining up people to
wow,
to emphasize the impact of the death. And you know,
when are they going to do the Kirk trial? By the way, I don't know. But isn't 4K F4 the max? Is five here in Texas?
There's no drugs involved. They're both in high school athletics.
They're going to use the baby photos.
So both sides will be talking about the promise of the individual. And
the fight started.
The state will be saying, you know, our chance to come into our promise is gone.
Right.
And you know, the defense will be saying, you know, that you know, the gravity of what was done is you know, struck now in a different way.
Yeah,
I'm waiting to see that fight.
They'll be getting,
somebody got a link for it on Twitter. Send it to a mod. I'll look at it.
Parents ready as well, I think, to testify.
I just
so
want... Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's it. I was going to say, so you're likely to hear, you know,
it's a good day.
The gut wrenching impact
very good day
of death from the viewpoint of the victim and the viewpoint of the defendant. And
keep that down there.
You know, you'll see a family. I don't know if they'll ask for a specific range or a specific number of punishment.
I think between 98 and 99 years.
You know, that's what I think is
I feel like that's probably
going to.
That's where I would be at.
That's what we see unfold in punishment hearings.
Keep checking Nick Soto.
Murder cases all the time.
How about the jurors now too? I want to stay with what's going to happen in that courtroom because this is.
Oh, they're losing it.
Walked up, what did you do? And you crossed your arms. But you aren't going to approach a woman like that. You're not going to approach a woman like that. Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! You only got a woman thing, but when a man walked up, what did you do?
Karmelo's important. That's the crazy part.
I want to hear them finding out about it. I want to hear that. I want to see that. I want to see it, man. What's he doing? How annoying, bro. Like, damn. Why are they dancing? I mean, didn't their guy just get locked up? Like, are now berating deputies. You're hurt, bitch? No, you're not. You live in the best country in the world. You got a fucking smartphone. You got time off on what day is today? On a Tuesday afternoon. You got time off on a Tuesday afternoon to show up and cause trouble over nothing. You're not hurt.
Hey, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. What the fuck you over? You need to be ashamed. You need to be ashamed.
Let me guess. She's pointing at the black ones. No way. It's actually crazy to see this, bro. Like, it is turbo racist. I know it, you know this. This is always how it is. This is how these people do things.
You need to be ashamed.
It is racist as fuck.
You need to be ashamed.
Yep.
Because that's one of y'all's that was in there.
That's one of y'all's. Yeah, no. I'm sure that the deputy that had to wake up in the morning probably has a family, takes care of his kids, and is a contributing member of society. I'm sure he has some sort of, like, you know, camaraderie with, like, a belligerent, degenerate, knife murderer 17-year-old. Yeah, no, that's definitely his people, right? Like, do they even understand how insulting that is? To act like he has something in common with this guy? Oh my God. Damn, bitch.
But you're not gonna give a fuck just at your front door.
Yeah, and that's another black one. See, that's why I said, see? They yelling, oh my God, that's embarrassing.
Front door. That's the sad part.
Yep. Jesus, man. It's really sad for me to see this. Dozens of cops are pushing back, come out. Oh, they get... Uh-huh. What the fuck? Bro, like, is it even hot today? It's 84. Do you need all that? It's not even bad. It's 90? Oh. If it's 90, all right. Because of the smell, not the heat? Maybe, I don't know. I bet being one of these crowds would be fucking like, it would be awful, man. And let me see, I'll pull it up. The screaming at the free him, oh my God. I gotta look at this, see if there's anything.
Our Alex Boyer has been out there since this morning. So Alex, if you can hear me, just explain what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what is going on around you now that the verdict has been announced.
Have you seen Nintendo Direct, bro?
Eden,
I'm gonna look into like 2 more things, and I'm gonna do Nintendo
really
Direct. Okay, guys.
To hear the kind of lack of verbal reaction or kind of loud reaction when people here in the crowd learned that Karmelo Anthony was found guilty of murder. There was a crowd gathered in the front, as you had seen a short time ago and have been seen from our different camera angles, kind of gathered listening for those first words. They heard the guilty verdict. Many kind of moaned, and then the crowd has been like you're seeing it now. It's been interesting to watch. From where I'm standing, I have not been able to follow the crowd as closely as some of our photographers. I can tell you that my colleague Amelia Jones is also kind of with the crowd, so she'll have more of that perspective as well. But the crowd has been very calm, some minor outbursts, and then they've been kind of following in like a group to one side of the courthouse to the other as my photographer
that's all
John
the people
pans
from
across
earlier.
Our tent here and the trees. It's a little difficult to see, but then that is kind of where the
And they
bulk
even
of
have
the
shirts
crowd
for
is
this?
starting to move. So
Damn.
officers remain on the other side of the barrier. That
If y'all ever
that's
went to a ratchet or a ghetto high school, do you remember whenever somebody would get shot and they would make these white t-shirts that had like clouds and shit with a picture of them and had their name in cursive right above it? Y'all remember that? That was some straight 2000 shit. Yeah, all the time. Gone too soon. And it's like some guy, it's like, well, how'd he get killed? Well, he was attempting a robbery inside of a person's house, and he tried to kill the homeowner, and then the homeowner shot him. Oh. Yeah, he's in heaven now. Yeah.
things. I have noticed a couple of additional law enforcement trucks, vehicles,
with the airbrush,
vehicles that are in the distance there, arriving, kind of creating more of a
He was a good boy. Here's a picture of him when in third grade
of the courthouse. But that is really what we are seeing right now. Keeping an eye on the developments outside. Certainly a packed scene, though, as I mentioned earlier. I would say between kind of the scattered people across the
Why didn't you stream yesterday?
That has remained.
I had to coordinate
front.
things with Israel.
Easily a couple of hundred people are here.
To figure out how to
Karmelo Anthony, and now they know
how to keep helping the Jews.
And we watched in real time as a woman was on the ground being consoled, visibly shaken by that verdict there.
What do you think?
There is,
wait, she's on the ground?
In the same space today.
Nah, she probably
Alex
just
Boyer,
fat.
Joy, and Payne, you would agree.
She probably
with those
just
folk
she's
outside
just
the
fat.
Allen County Courthouse.
Oh, absolutely. You know, from day one when I was here last Monday at the beginning of the jury selection
what's
process,
funny?
Keep in mind that there were some 600
I never even thought about it because, like, you see, like,
here.
That wasn't even entirely wrong, though, right?
Than most high-profile case, because the judge said
Shit,
from the
I never
beginning
thought about that.
He was going to get this right, and both sides ending up with the panel that they chose. Again,
what's your favorite
as we
lobby
knew
aside from
early on
APAC?
when the jury was sat, there
probably
were no
the Chinese
African-Americans
lobby.
on this panel, but still several minorities on this panel that decided his fate. As you mentioned, though, Sean, certainly, of course, we have supporters for the Metcalf family, supporters for the Anthony family, and then just people in general who have really followed this case from the beginning, since it was such a high-profile tragedy from the get-go happening here in North.
This shit would have happened if they didn't try to raise all that money for him. That was the reason why everybody got pissed off about it. That's really the main reason, I think. Anthony found guilty of murder. Oh, bro. No white person has ever had a jury of their peers be all black, and a black person shouldn't have to accept that either. Well, you're going to. You're going to. Again, if it was up to me, we'd put this dude in front of a firing squad, and we'd do it publicly. I say, you want to protest for Karmelo? Show up to the execution. Show up. You can watch him die. That's what I'd do. I hate these people. I do. I hate them. I hate, like, anybody that's going around defending this is fucking insane. Like, they are an insane, literal racist. And also, by the way, none of these people, like, do you really think letting a knife murderer out is, like, good for black people? It's not good for anybody. Somebody that does this is going to do that to somebody else. Nobody does this at all. Didn't Trump bring back firing squads? Maybe. And another retard hates white people? Exactly. That's always what it is. And God bless Texas. They don't have to get shunned to write that. Thank God. Capital punishment. Yes. 3 hours murder, not even manslaughter. This racist-ass country. All white jury. Racist-ass country. I said what the fuck I said. Oh, man. Found guilty of first-degree murder on Austin Metcalf. Man. Found guilty. Asmongold reacts. Rip Bozo. Now we gotta talk about capital punishment. I love how one of the most popular posts about this, eat him alive. Man. I hope every waking moment of us is like nothing but pure torture for him. I agree. I totally agree. Rip Bozo. Absolutely. LOL, he's still a Jew lover though. Y'all really can't get over that, can you? You really can't get over that shit. Oh my God.
Be done by Friday, June 12th. That was his goal. And
let me take a piss real quick.
Have more names on your witness list than you actually call at any trial.
Once you feel like you've made your point,
once you feel like you've closed the circle, if you will, and nailed it down, that's when you stop. Because
I'm happier
you don't want to overwhelm
I'm
your
happier
jurors.
than a
That's
pig in
clearly,
shit.
The defense thought a half dozen witnesses.
Damn, how about that?
Point. All we need is to create this reasonable doubt.
It's about time.
That doubt was not created on the question of murder.
And it looks like we are hearing from Karmelo Anthony's mother. I believe she has taken the stand.
What's she going to say?
She is saying
that her son's innocent?
She was asked, do you believe he regrets it? She says, yes, I know my son. He is very sorry for what he did.
I'd regret it too.
Have mercy on my son.
Sure.
And then she was asked, like any mother, you love your son. She says, yes, regardless of what happened.
Yeah.
You realize he will still get to be part of your life. Yes. So again, she is asking, for this punishment phase for the jury, for everybody to consider that he is remorseful, which also was expressed during testimony early on, that he did not deny that he did this, and that, another witness said he was Anthony was distraught over what happened, that he was emotionally visible moments after all of this took place, and so we are hearing
because he knew he just ruined his own life,
mother, right?
Not because he killed somebody.
It looks like Lori Brown is reporting that Karmelo Anthony's mother is the only witness the defense plans to call in the punishment phase, and no one can ask you to have mercy for the life of another person like a mother. She's pouring everything she has into this plea. She's literally begging people at this moment to give her son
He want to murder someone, no remorse?
At some point in the future.
Oh, I think we're...
and again, he's looking at 5 years to 99 years in
capital
prison.
Punishment.
So we will see what is decided. Lori is saying that the jury is out. They can't deliberate until they get the charge. So we'll see.
So this is another little surprise. I think we all thought there would be more testimony in the punishment phase. I anticipated that we might now hear from Hunter Metcalf about the loss of his twin brother. Not only were they twins, they were best friends.
I'm going to just keep this here and let me look at some of these other ones and find it. Like, yeah, obviously, let me scroll down and find it. Black Panther is attempting to launch a race war. Oh, great.
We got to tell our kids the truth that this is a racist-ass country.
Then leave. Then leave. I'd gladly. Who else would be willing to pay for her to leave? I would pay for her to leave. I immediately pay. We need to have a way. Like, if you think that, where do you want to go?
We gotta tell them the truth. Who don't get stop that cool ass shit? Don't nobody want to hear about what we do to each other. We talking about what they doing to us. White folks kill white folks. Mexicans kill Mexicans. We ain't trying to hear no cool shit today. Go over there.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't finish that. Why don't you finish that first?
The white folks with that. This is a racist ass country. We're in a racist ass state.
Then leave. Then get the hell out. Get the hell out. Like, really, like, if you think this, please just leave.
A racist ass court. There ain't nothing else to talk about. When has a white boy been before an all-black jury? Tell us, media. Tell us, white folks. When has a white boy been before an all-black jury? Never.
How's it murder?
Why does the race matter? The race matters because you think that they're going to give him racial preference because he's black. I think that, honestly, the fact that this is even a conversation calls into question, why do we even have jury trials in the beginning? Really, like, this is insane.
Listen,
He asked, is he okay?
He asked, is he okay, after he stabbed him in the chest with a knife. So, you know what? That's a good point. Is he okay? Are you good, bro? Are you good? It's not murder.
You know what? Whatever the verdict is, he got justice. Because he got to go before a jury of 6 or 12 instead of being buried by 6. We got to stand up. We're going to keep, that's right. You know what? Let this be our in the same. Exactly. Come on, sister. Come on, sister. See, right. This is a war.
It's a war? I guess you must be the tank.
This is a war. This is a war. And it's been going on. This war been going on.
Yeah.
They never stop being racist.
I wish we, honestly, like, I wish we had a system. Like, Trump needs to do this. Like, if you could pitch in and, like, kick in an extra, like, $5 or $10 on your taxes, and it would collectively pay for, like, plane tickets, like, one-way plane tickets for all these people back to wherever they want to go. Like, whatever country you came from, you get to go back for free. We're gonna fly you there for free. Like, I would put in at least $50. I would. I'd be paying to just ship them out real quick. I'd accept that tax increase. Yeah, exactly right. Oh my God, bro! Like the most generous streamer, I know. You have to revoke their citizenship. Yeah, you'd have to renounce it if you wanna get the ride back. The jury found teenager Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder. Damn, bro! Like, this is just really. It's just beautiful. Say his name, Karmelo.
Karmelo! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Karmelo! Say his name! Karmelo!
Jesus Christ! It's so transparent that it's just race. It's actually crazy. Like you couldn't even like. You couldn't have like a Boondocks skit about this. Like, you couldn't even have like a South Park or something like that. Like, it's just. But it's real life. Like, it is. It's just straight up. Like, I don't even understand this. How many years did he get? We're waiting to see. We're waiting to see how many years he got. I'm gonna look at it for maybe like a couple more minutes, then we got to look at some other topics, right? But so weird. The minorities are the most racist. Yeah, of course. The thing is that, like, it's no. Whoa, hold up. One second. Let me see this. I can't believe 5 years is on the table. Well, it's probably like, I mean, it's an average, right? I mean, with everything. Pull it up. This shit don't work, bro. Like, let me try and click on it again. Okay, for some reason now it's working. All right, give me a sec. These people going berserk. Berserk. Jesus Christ. Okay. Uh-huh. Do you remember what I said about girls with that hair? Not once have I been wrong. Not once. It's a red flag. It is. That's a big one. Jesus. This is at the courthouse right now. I don't know why you bring a baby to something like this. Geez, South Park episode, video evidence and full confession, they still say he's innocent? Yeah, I know. It's because they're racist. Like, I don't know really how this is so confusing. Like, it really is that simple. Now, I think that if there are any riots, at all, I think that they straight up need to just send in the National Guard and just go full in Warhammer 40K Imperium on them. Like, totally bring down the hammer. Like, the moment that, like, something gets stolen, the moment a window breaks, the moment some shit gets lit on fire, immediately send in the Space Marines. Send them in. Mostly peaceful riots. Well, it's going to be a mostly peaceful riot suppression. How about that? You think DNA has made jury trials obsolete? Not necessarily. I don't know about that. And, yeah. They bring children for shields to justify a freakout when pepper spray starts flying? I guess so, right? Won't happen. Trump likes to get walked over. I know that, bro. I know. I get so mad about that. I get so mad that Trump doesn't want to stomp these people out. I get so... Everybody thinks they don't like Trump because of how mean he is. I don't like Trump because he's not mean enough. I think Trump is way too soft. Like, Trump is like a 3. He's like a 3, maybe a 4. That's the way I see it. Like, he's too much of a pussy? Exactly. Like, I want to see some real activity, right? Or is this energy over the Epstein files? Is this like, what is this? You mad about this? And so, honestly, like, they didn't care about the Epstein files, right? The only reason they care about this is because it's a black person. That's the only reason they care. I don't know how it's not obvious. Like, how is this even
about this being historic? It is a sad and historic case that will always be talked about, reviewed, and looked at here in North Texas.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, since we've been covering this trial, obviously no cameras were allowed in the courtroom. And so we've been relying heavily on our crew. Our Lori Brown is inside of the courtroom. And so she explained, she was describing what was going on as Karmelo Anthony.
Was trying to rage bait the president.
Mother took the stand, and she just added, you know, just kind of painting the picture of what's going on inside. And she said the mother's statements were tearful.
Damn,
she was
crying.
Emotional. She was telling the jury to really, you know, have mercy for her son.
Mercy's
and so
a quick death.
That also paints the picture of just how distraught she is. And so I think you had mentioned this on both sides, right? So there's one side that is very emotional.
Could be worse.
And another side that
could be a lot worse.
This was the right call, that this murder charge, this murder
should raise a better son. True.
Was what Karmelo Anthony deserved.
And I have to tell you, Lori Brown and Alex Boyer took us into that courtroom every single day. They were the eyes and ears of viewers here in North Texas.
That's her fault.
The moments that mattered the most during the hours of testimony.
Was the victim granted mercy? No.
Courtroom. Judges have their own discretion.
People only ask for mercy whenever they like. Never ever think like that. Never do that. Never give people like that mercy. So it's probably going to take a bit of time. It's going to take a while until they have like a actual fucking, you know, like a judgment about how long he's going to be in jail. Unfortunately, he's ineligible for the death penalty. Why? Why would he be ineligible? Yeah, I'm confused. Why? Age? Well, can't they make an exception? We killed people that are like 14 before, right? Like, we can make an exception, right? Yeah, I mean, 17. I mean, like, 17, it's not like... I get, they could wait till he's 18 to do it. I guess. Right? I feel like that's reasonable. Yeah, you could wait till he's 18. That's like a whole year in jail, though, right? It's just a year off, bro. Like, yeah, can't you round it up? He's 19? Oh, well then, well, what the fuck? He's 19 now. Yeah, Supreme Court rules capital punishment and life without parole cannot be used on someone if the crime was committed prior to being 18. You know who wrote that idea? Is a Karen. A Karen living in a gated community wrote that idea. Not somebody that cares about the well-being of society. Somebody that cares about feeling like they care about the well-being of society. Yeah, no reasonable person could ever come to that conclusion. Only an idiot. He was 17, the age of the offense. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's been 2 years. I mean, he might as well be able to do it now. I mean, shit. So, it was only the age of the crime he was at, sadly? I don't know. Like, I think they should still... I think they can make an exception, right? They can. Family is stupid to not bring knives to the court naturally as their family does? Yeah. I find it infuriating that I have social media dominated by the perspective or support for the murder. The victim is not is always lost in the noise. Well, at the end of the day, you know, you're gonna have people that do that just because they want to defend it for whatever reason, right? I mean, it's not really a lot. I mean, it's literally just racial tribalism. That's literally it, just straight up tribalism. Like, that's it. There's no, like, extra information about it. There's nothing else that's going on. Like, this is it. Life in prison. Send this disgusting thug to prison for life. Nobody's winning this case. One kid dead. The other one's going to spend his life rest in prison. This is a good start. The next step is capital punishment. There it is. I think that's what you gotta do. He made the choice, he did. And do it, absolutely. And when if he gets death penalty? Well, it's all right. You got again, even if you don't get it over, you at least have to have it happen, right? And that way it's like it's part of the conversation. Then that's the law. He is ineligible for death penalty. No, just change it. Change it, retroactively apply it to him anyway. Who cares? It's a stupid law. Who cares what the law... If the law is stupid, why you follow it? You shouldn't be following some bullshit like that. It's dumb. It's dumb as hell. Like, why the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Why is this... This is like... Oh, I don't think it's actually even live. Like, give me a minute. Let me see if I can find these other ones here. And we are going to look at the beheading thing. Don't worry about it. We're going to get to it. I'm just kind of waiting. And, you know, we're going through a bunch of other things. And isn't a rule in Texas if 3 people witness a murder, you go straight to the chair? Oh, I'm not even sure. At 17, you joined the military. Government thinks 17, you're an adult. Yeah, exactly right. You talk about Dragon's Dogma DLC yet? Nah, I haven't. Like, I'm a busy guy. I got a lot going on today. I do. We're just waiting to see what's going to happen here. Let me look at these other ones. When will we know the punishment? Probably sometime today. Like, I'm just kind of waiting to know when that's going to be. Playing PoE 2. Youngest person executed is a 14-year-old African-American. Yeah, I mean, like, so if we kill people that are 14, like, 17, that's like 3 years older, right? I mean, like, in my opinion, I don't think that we should have a age limit. I don't. I think that's stupid. Because having the age limit is just simply it's emotional. It's emotional. Like, it's not logical, right? I mean, like, if somebody is a psycho and they're a killer at, like, 15, like, obviously you should kill them. Like, duh, of course. Like, why would you not do that just because they're young? Like, that's stupid. Like, if they're killing people and they're hurting people, then, like, obviously you should do that. Like, it can take hours. Don't wait for hours, please. You don't have time. I know I don't have time. I'm just talking about it just a little bit. You're the laziest person in America? Thank you. I'll read a few more comments. Yeah, if he was found guilty of murder, I just got the article. I know that. It magically goes away at 18. Treated as an adult and 17 in Texas. Well, it's 17, like age of consent in Texas is 17, right? I'm in Texas. I know that. So, like, I don't even understand why that's even a rule. It should be 17, if anything. You see Wuthering Waves hit #1 on Steam yesterday? No, I didn't see that. Harvest their organs first? That's the only thing that's bad about a firing squad, is you wouldn't be able to get their organs. I don't know. Like, it's like, in a way, I would say that it's probably a bad thing if we are able to get people's organs that we kill, because then it creates like an incentive structure around killing people. I would say you probably shouldn't do that. The same with euthanizing people. Like if somebody wants to opt in to kill themselves, I think it's fine, but I don't think you should be able to take their organs, right? Because like if you do, then it creates a profit incentive for, you know, like these different, you know, organizations to get people to kill themselves, right? And so it could be problematic. Yeah, it could be problematic. It causes a, you know, it's a bad system. Make an organ farm? Yeah, exactly, right? Valid point. I already thought, like, you guys think about this, killing people and taking their organs. Think about how many hours I've spent thinking about this. Probably days. So I've already thought all this out already. Like, this is one of the things I already considered, you know, substantially, like, very, very in-depth. You're wrong. The organ harvest is a good alternative to capital punishment. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think, like, that's not even really what I'm saying, to be honest. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, this is, I'll read a few of the posts and everything about this. And again, it's just really, really funny for me to see this. It is so funny, especially to watch people getting mad about it, too. Like, that's what's so funny. Guilty for murder. Is that him? Is that actually him? It is? That's too bad. That's too bad, bro. Like, damn. And, wow, that's so sad. Guilty of murder. Let's go. Like you, J.D. Vance not being biased on this trial. Yep, there it is. Ayo, can I get a refund on the GoFundMe? Nah, bro. Like, you, honestly, you gave him money. Family knew he'd be guilty of murder because he was definitely guilty. Hey, bud, we have a year to get rich, so let's play ball. Let's fundraise for a new house in Escalade. I don't know what they spent that money on. I have no idea. Everybody is happy over this shit. Stay safe. TV isn't even reporting it yet. Thank you. Oh, man. Wasn't a bright idea to spend defense money on a house and a new Cadillac? I don't know if they even did that. I have no idea. Let me see if there's any more of these. I believe he was guilty, but I get no joy out of this satisfaction. Really? I get a lot. What a bitch. What a pussy. What about Gibson Go enforcing their murder conviction to refund people who donated? I'm going to give maybe a hot take. I don't think that the fundraising website should be making editorial decisions like that. I think that unless you're fundraising for something that is literally illegal, like, you know, help.
Welcome back, my friends. We are in continuing coverage in the digital studio. Sean Rabb here along with Eden Chuckle as we talk now about the Karmelo Anthony.
This is just them talking, like they're just literally filling up space. And so, like, if like, like I need somebody to fund my bomb that I want to make so I can blow something up. Like, if somebody said that, like, yeah, obviously they should shut that down because it's literally like funding, you know, illegal activities, right? But like, other than that, I don't think so. And as a Texan viewer from Texas is a message, maybe. Like, let me see if I find this. And I don't know really where it is. But, okay. All right. As a Texan, I have something to say. All right. What do you got to say? Mr. Gold, pull me up. All right. All right. You haven't... That I do? Okay, let's go. This had better be good. This better be really good. What do you find funny about a young person losing their future? I believe he was wrong, but he's not illegal or any... But he is not an illegal or nothing extreme like that. I would rather have 1,000 illegals in my country than one knife murderer. I don't want any of them, honestly. But, like, I mean, like, I think an illegal is, like, vastly preferable than a murderer. It's not even close. And also, what I find funny about... It's not really funny to me, but it's just satisfying. It's satisfying, and I think that really... And also, like, I don't think he deserves a future. I think that whenever you do something really bad like that... Because it's important, you have to keep in mind that, like, a lot of punishments have to, it's not only about the punishment, it's about sending a message to anybody else that would do this, right? And so you have to make things really bad. That way other people know that's what happens when you messed up. Monty Rumble, I'm inclined to agree 100%. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah. And it's called Schadenfreude. I mean, not really. I think that's very different. We shouldn't kill him. It's not right. I think it's more than right. How's it appeal defending a murderer is the same thing as legal immigration? I think that person could just be trolling, right? I mean, that could be it too. He gave up his future when he stabbed the kid. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, the kid lost his future too. And this is the problem. So this is the issue that a lot of these people have with like the way that they think, is that they never think about anything other than a direct event that's occurring. You never think about for example, like what happens, like if you stab somebody, this is just my opinion, right? But like, I think it's true. If you stab somebody in broad daylight in front of a bunch of other people with a knife through the chest, you clearly are an animal. Like you clearly have you have no self-control. You have no inhibition control. You have no impulse control. And you are a violent psychopath. Like, that's what you are. And so, if you, for example, like, let this guy out in, like, 5 years, or, like, 10 years, he will go and do the same thing again. Because I don't think that you can unlearn that. And even if you can unlearn that, it's not worth the risk. Because whenever you say that it is worth the risk, and let's be reasonable with this, what you're saying is that every single other person in the world has to now live with a higher risk of their personal safety being, or their wives, their children, but their personal safety being compromised for what? Why are you even thinking about, like, why is it that the best interests of the 99.9% of the population that are not knife murderers in broad daylight in front of a crowd are not being considered at all? Because all of those people are now more it's now more dangerous for those people because this person is let out back into the wild. So the more that you think about, like, well, you know, like he's just a kid, or well, it's too long, or well, he's gonna be able to come out, you're not thinking about the people that can be hurt whenever he gets out. You never think about that. And that's the reason why I think that all of these people that are advocating for like this empathy and understanding, like, I actually hate them. I hate them, and the reason why I hate them is because they are, it's basically cowardice and indulgence masquerading as empathy and virtue. You're effectively wanting everybody. It's mommy politics. It is. It's mommy politics. I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, toddler politics, basically. He can't get most jobs and he'll be a 2%er. Yeah, exactly. How's he going to get a job after this? So, like, then he's probably going to go back to committing crimes, and, like, that's it. And, like, you just think about this logically, and you know that the real answer is either life in prison or capital punishment. There's no other alternative to this that keeps the public safe. It's about how I feel personally. Yeah, exactly. It's about how they don't think about society. Yeah, you don't think about anybody else except for yourself whenever you say something like that. And that's the reason why I have such a problem with it. They need to hit him with all the law. He deserves jail time and harsh sentencing. People that behave like animals should go in the fucking box. People that behave like animals need to be put in a cage. And I think that, you know, what do you do whenever there is like a dog that bites and attacks a kid? You put the dog down. That's what I think we should do with people, too. It's that simple. It's obvious. It's over to Reckless Men video? Yeah, of course, bro. Of course. What's the likelihood of Anthony getting capital punishment? Probably 0%. But the reason why I'm saying it, so this is the reason why I'm saying it, is I want to shift people's perspectives. The idea that, like, murder is that should be the default. Like, because it's framing. Like, the framing, like, you've got to move even far beyond that, right? It's not enough that he goes to prison. Like, you have to shift the entire perspective, and the way you do that is you anchor things on a farther position. And that's it. You'll get street justice? Maybe, right? But to get dumb enough for being next to a dog? Yeah, exactly, right? When a dog bites, they cut off his head to study the brain? Yeah, exactly, right? Ireland's burning. I don't think capital punishment's enough. Maybe, right? You could hold the parents maybe accountable too. I don't know about that. Executing anyone for a crime committed under 18 is unconstitutional under the 8th Amendment. It's a categorical ban. No exceptions based on the brutality of the crime victim age. Well, I mean, do you agree? Like, do you agree with that, or are you just typing this? Like, I mean, do you agree with that? Because is this like an opinion, or are you just typing something? Because, like, I would respond to a disagreement here, but I don't want to respond to you just copy pasting. Because you obviously copy-pasted this. I don't agree, which is a fact from Grok. Yeah, I don't care what the facts are. I don't think it's even unconstitutional. Yeah, I don't think it is. Like, I don't understand how is it cruel and unusual to execute people? We've been doing this for like that's my opinion with crucifixions. Is like, why is it that, how is it, because it says cruel and unusual. How are crucifixions unusual when we've been doing them for thousands of years? They're one of the, like, I would say that the lethal injection is unusual. Like, we've only been doing that for a small period of time. I mean, you could say that, like, you know, they had, like, Socrates kill himself with hemlock back in the day. Like, I guess you could say it's, like, you know, like, thematically the same. But, like, it's a little bit different. They're bringing back public execution? Exactly. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court ruled this. Well, they're wrong. I mean, like, so what? Like, yeah, it's wrong. Like, guys, I don't give a fuck what the law is. I don't give a fuck. There's the right way to do things and there's the wrong way to do things. The Supreme Court also said that corporations are people and they can donate to political campaigns. Doesn't matter what they say. Who gives a fuck? Like, things are either right or wrong. Like, there were times where slavery was allowed. That doesn't mean it's okay. Let's be real, guys. Let's be honest. Anyway, let me scroll down and see if there's any more of these. I don't want to spend a whole lot more time on this because I'm busy. I'm a very busy guy. I'm such a busy, important person, you know. Scroll down.
Use a lethal weapon, and without any provocation, it takes a lot to knock that down to a misdemeanor. So as someone who's been a criminal defense attorney his whole life, I would not welcome this news this fast.
So
I bet.
Use a lethal weapon.
I bet.
And without
I don't know why these aren't coming up.
It takes a lot.
Yeah, I saw that. While I went to take a piss, I saw
someone
this.
who's been a criminal defense attorney his whole life, I would not.
Let me see here. Go look at the UK. Yeah, we're going to get to it, all right? We're going to get to it. I'm just going to scroll down and look at one more topic, and then that's it. Karmelo Anthony, yeah, there it is. Karmelo. So that's no, that's the one that ran for president. That's a different one. Nah, bro, like, you got it wrong. Let me see. Karmelo Anthony's guilty. Damn, bro, like, there it is. There it is. Guilty of murder. Oh, man. I am so glad.